All right. Good night, everyone. Well, it's night that I make here. All right. My name is Khairuman Adatama Abdulaziz. My student number 25107322013. I think that's right. Yeah. All right. Today's the final topic. It's been really nice to know you all. I'm just kidding, guys. So, today's topic is about the first one is sociolinguistic, second one is anthropolinguistic, and the third one is ethnolinguistic. All right, let's start with the first topic, that is sociolinguistic. Alright, judging by the name of the topic, sociolinguistic, so it has to do something with society, right? So, uh, basically, sociolinguistic studies on how society factors. Hey, it's been a while since I've spoken English, but all right. Yeah, what I've said, social factors, how they influence people at using a language. So, what I mean by that is like, maybe when you're talking to a older person, of course you gotta use a formal language. Why? Because for respects, dog. For respects. Of course, you're not gonna use slangs to an older person. That's disrespectful. So basically, sociolinguistic studies the pattern of how uh, how society influence language. All right. So these factors include of wait, I kind of forgot. All right. So the first one is social class. Second one is age. Third one is gender. The fourth one is region. The fifth one is probably the situation that you are in right now. So what I mean by the situation, like depends on like who you're talking to. For example, for example, maybe like you're talking to an older person. Of course, you gotta use a formal language, but if you're talking to someone who is near your age, of course, you don't have to use a formal language. You can just use a non-formal to keep it friendly like that. But of course, it's alright to use formal too. Just being respectful. Alright. So yeah. So that's what I've got about sociolinguistic. It studies about how society influence the way people use language like that. So yeah. And then we come to the second topic, that is anthropolinguistic, if I'm not wrong. All right. Anthropolinguistic. So anthropol. So the first one is about society, then this one must be about culture. All right. So language and culture. What do they have to do with shit? All right. So judging by the name, it has to do with culture, like maybe on how language keeps a tradition alive. Yeah, 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 yeah. Of course, you can't keep a tradition alive to the next generation if you can't understand what the older people are talking about. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, uh, man, that is a stupid answer. Man, why do I keep forgetting about the materials? But all right, so probably like how mm culture affects language. Like, of course, you got to make the tradition alive, right? So you need to give it to the next generation. But of course, if the next generation doesn't know what you're talking about, yeah, a dead end like that. I'm sorry for the stupid summary. Like, yeah, it's been a hectic week. I've got a lot of projects, but let's get that away from the yap. Alright, so we've got the next one is ethnolinguistic. Alright, so ethnicity and language. Alright, so from what I've read, alright, I've read a bit about ethnolinguistic. Uh, Basically, like you could wait, no, wait, hold on. Damn, I forgot. Damn, wait. Alright, so I don't know how to explain it, but I do have one example for it. Alright, so language and ethnicity. Alright, so language can differentiate uh, ethnicity, right? What do you mean by that? Alright, so let's take an example. Like maybe when you're at West Sumatra, of course you're like uh, talking to Padangnese people. But how do you know they're Padangnese? Uh, well, most Padangnese people use Minang language to communicate. Alright. And it's different from when you're at Java, maybe West Java or East Java, where they mostly use Javanese. So yeah, so that is one of the field that ethnolinguistic studies, how people can be differentiate from their own race by language, like that. Mm. So I'm sorry, guys. It's been a hectic way. I can't focus. I keep forgetting stuff, man. Alright, so thank you all. I think that's it for me. Goodbye.